My young gods and goddesses, it's Raven, and today we have a letter from Mother-in-Law Blues. I, 26 female, and my husband, 26 male, have been together for 8 years and married for 1. We have 2 kids together and just bought a house. My mother-in-law came by to visit the other day when my husband was at work and my youngest child, 4, was having a full-blown meltdown. My youngest son has mild autism and severe ADHD, and my mother-in-law knows this. Well, my older child, 8, lets her in, and I'm dealing with the toddler in a separate room to calm him down. My mother-in-law comes to me and sits down and starts talking. Well, I get my toddler to calm down, and she looks at me and goes, "It's a good thing you came to your senses and decided not to have any more of those." Now, this instantly angered me because I had a lot of complications with my second pregnancy, and I was put under a lot of stress during this pregnancy by my husband's family, because they didn't want me to be pregnant. I had my older son at 17, and he was not biologically my husband's. However, my husband has been around and raised him since he was born because his bio-dad disappeared. My youngest son was supposed to be a twin, but I lost one early in the pregnancy, and during my whole pregnancy, my in-laws kept pressuring me to get my tubes tied because they didn't think I should have any more kids. Not for the medical reasons, I chose to have it done. My in-laws have never liked me or approved of me because they don't like the family I come from. I calmly tell my toddler to go play with brother because I need to talk to his grandma. After he leaves, I look at her and tell her she needs to leave. She gets mad and tells me I have no right to tell her to leave because it's her son's house, not mine, and I am a stay-at-home mom with no income or credit, so only my husband's name is on the loan of the house. I am really pissed now and say, "You're being a vindictive witch, and it's funny that you tell me about how I don't need more children when you only closed up your baby factory after you had 5 kids because you cared more about having a daughter than being a good mother." Well, she left, and then later told my husband a bunch of lies, and he came home and asked me about it. I told him what happened, and he believes me because he knows how his mother is. But now she is saying I am horrible, and she just refuses to come back till I apologize. I said then she just won't come back. But now my husband's whole family is mad at both of us for him taking my side. It's been edited to add, "This is kind of important. My mother-in-law blames me for my youngest son having autism and ADHD, even though my husband has ADHD, and told my husband that if he chose to breed with good stock and picked someone she approved of, his son wouldn't be messed up. Also, I've seen several comments about my son answering the door. He only did so after I gave him permission and when he told me it was her at the door. Since we just moved, I thought she was dropping off the stuff they told me about a couple weeks ago that they found at their house that belongs to my husband, but no, she came over to insult me, it seems." Oh, man. Honey, I'm so sorry you're dealing with all of that. You don't need to put up with it. Like, I wouldn't put up with it, to be honest with you. She sounds like she's always gonna believe her own truth rather than trying to come to some sort of understanding. She's just always gonna be a witch to you. And that's a shame, but like, she doesn't have to come around. Like, you don't have to keep letting her come around and be in your life. And to be honest with you, hon, it sounds like you need to drop her. Like, no contact. And no contact with the kids if she's gonna act like that. And I sincerely wish you peace, because I'm sorry, but that's just ridiculous. And no, you're not the a-hole. Alright, now, the next letter comes from BoyfriendEmergency. And this one's a little controversial, because, like, I'm not even sure that, I'll get into it after, but this person asks, am I the a-hole for telling my boyfriend I can't take more time off while he is in the hospital? Advice needed. For a little bit of context, he's in the hospital because he has CHS, cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome. I have a hard time saying that. And has been in there for 3 days now. If you want to know how you get CHS, basically you put your THC and CBD receptors into overdrive by smoking constantly all day, every day, or smoking high concentrates over a long period of time. It's not something you just contract. I'm currently in post-secondary school, and my finals exams start in less than a week. I also have a big research paper I need to finish by Friday, so I told him last week that I would need to take some time to myself to finish it, meaning we wouldn't see each other for a few days. He said that would be fine. This past weekend, I spent over 24 hours in the emergency department with him, not sleeping, to advocate for him so he wouldn't be given an antipsychotic, the drug they wanted to give him after it didn't work the first time, while working on the paper and to try and finish it. Earlier today, one day and one night after I got home, he says he feels like I'm ignoring him because he's sick. I told him, I'm sorry, but you're in good hands at the hospital, and I can come visit when my paper is finished and turned in. That made him very upset. He says that he just wants me there because he's really unwell, but I need to watch documentaries and read articles and do hours of work to finish my paper, and then start studying for my exams, which I can't do with sick people and crying people all around me. I will admit that I yelled at him at one point because it all feels really unfair. I got angry with him for saying that I didn't care about whether or not he got better because I didn't help him moderate how much weed he smoked in a day. I don't know how I can help him understand that I'm not coming to visit, not because I don't want to, but because I have very important things to do beforehand. I was also with him for the entirety of his initial stay in the ER and watched him while he slept so that he didn't vomit in his sleep. Am I the a-hole? First of all, I'm not even sure personally that I believe that this CHS thing is a real thing. It seems more like an excuse to, like, not look for other reasons that might be causing his problems, because, like, my husband has been smoking weed since, well, let's just say for a very, very long time, and he smokes almost every day, all day long, like, on and off, and he never gets sick, like, and I know so many people that smoke weed, like, consistently every day, and they're fine. Like, I just don't see that this cannabinoid thing is a real thing. It might be, but, like, personally, I don't put too much stock in that. But here nor there, whether or not I believe it's real or not real or whatever, I can see why he would want you there. Like, I get where he's coming from, but he also needs to understand that you need to put your priorities straight. You know, you have prior commitments that you made to school, and you need time to study and finish your work. I get where you're coming from, too. So, like, I don't think either one of you is really the asshole in this situation. I think you both want to be supported, and neither one of you is making the other feel supported. So, like, maybe come from that kind of mindset when talking to him about staying home and doing what you need to do. Like, tell him, look, I want to support you and I want to be there for you, but I really need to get this done, and I need to feel supported in getting this done right now. And I will come as soon as I can, but I have to do this first. I feel like maybe coming from it, from that point, will help things along and get you both back on track to being more supportive with each other. So, no, you're not the a-hole. No, he's not the a-hole. It's just a hard situation all around. And I hope he feels better, regardless of whether or not it's from CHS. I hope that he gets it figured out and he feels better soon. Anyway, that's it for today's video, guys. I'm trying to keep these to about 10 minutes and like 2 stories for each video for now. I might change that in the future, but for now that seems to be what works for me. So I will come at you again next week with 2 more stories. Alright, peace, guys.